New Amazon sellers have trouble understanding what goes into buying a profitable product to resell on Amazon. In this video, I'll go over my exact methods to analyze product while using softwares like Keep and SellerApp to accurately predict profitability. I'll go over why a product is good, why a product is bad, and all the details in the middle. These exact methods have allowed me to make full-time income right after college, so please pay attention and take some notes, and let's just get right into it. So now that we're on my screen, we're actually going to be analyzing the products here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 Amazon listings and their source websites. Great way to look at my own process of analyzing products and everything like that. So let's just get right into it. The first product here, it's going to be this Plantation Organic Blackstrap Molasses, about 15 ounces here. You know, when you're looking at a product, you want to look through the weight sometimes just to see an estimate of shipping in your head. First thing I look at is this number right here. Sometimes Amazon listings have it, sometimes they don't, but this number is super accurate. Amazon doesn't lie about this number, so we know this product is actually being sold 500 times a month. This is a grocery product, so it's going to be low returns, or low to zero returns, because if a customer bought this, they cannot return it. That kind of gives us an advantage of understanding that we can probably take a little bit lower ROI than 30% because there is no returns, right? We take a 30% typically in this business just because Amazon customers like to return stuff because Amazon makes it really convenient for them. So just having that option here from no returns is, you know, allowing us to maybe take a lower percentage of ROI. Right. Then you want to look at the keeper chart. This is the main important thing that you need to look at, is understanding the price and demand over time, how stable it is. As you can see, this product for some reason is relatively stable at $19.50, averaging 50 sales per month. But as you can see, it's climbing up pretty drastically for some reason. Maybe it just got super popular over TikTok or something like that. But this is a pretty abnormal demand. But as arbitrage sellers, we can actually, you know, use this demand to our advantage and resell this product and actually make a profit here. So what it looks like is, so the price is around $19, but it kind of bounces to $20 to $21. And you can see right here, that it's the lowest price is $19.94 here, which is not bad because I think our max cost is around $7 here. $6.88 to be exact, to make some money at $19.99. And I think if you just head to the actual website here, you want to make sure it's the same thing. Plantation Organic Blackstrap Molasses, 15 ounces. Plantation Organic Blackstrap Molasses, 15 ounces here. So it is the same product here. If you plug in the $7.39, I think it's going to be a little bit high for the profit, but actually you're still relatively good. It is red here because we have our seller app set at $3 minimum profit, but you know, 12% profit margin and 33% ROI, especially on a grocery item, that's still really, really good. So this is, and it's selling 400 times a month, right? So even if you buy like 20 of these, 30 of these, there's on seller app here, there's going to be an option where you can actually put in like the calculations. Let's just say 30, because you can actually make like $75 profit on just one product alone here. And this is without coupons, right? So there's actually options with this 702. You're going to utilize all these things, these special, you know, tactics to really lower margin. You know, with the delivery, you can get 702. There should be even, on Cooper here, you can check. There probably is some coupons on Vodka cost 15% off. So really adding those things to our margin. Sometimes they don't work, but just for the sake of it, let's say it did. You know, the 702 right there increased our margin by 7%. But let's say, you know, we got that 15% off at $7.39, so we can do times 85% here. And we get our cost down to $6.28, which makes this a really, really good product, right? From, you know, 33% ROI to 57% ROI, almost double with the, you know, little bit of couponing and using advantage. And sometimes there's even gift cards, right? So just take a look at that. Yeah, so it turns our profit from $75 to almost $110, so another $40 difference if you sold 30 of these right here. And you know, this product is selling $400 a month, so I think 20 to 30, 40 units is very, very doable, especially because there's only 7 other people selling this product. And based off the demand here, people are actually selling out, as you see, and started restocking here. So there is some good demand on this product, and as you can see with this Amazon chart here, that's going up. So that's our first product, and it's actually a pretty good winner. So we could probably just stop the video here and make some money and showing you guys what it looks like to analyze a product. But of course, we have this whole marathon to go through, you know, 15 more products. So let's just get right into the next one. We got this Leisure Time CB Calcium. There's no buy box here, so no buy box listings, don't be afraid of them, but just know that usually if you want to sell on a no buy box listing, you have to match the lowest price. Sometimes on listings with buy box, you can catch sales even if you're not the lowest price, as you can see. Like there was probably people listed at $19.94, but people are getting the buy box at $20.99. $23, because price isn't everything that goes into the buy box. There's also price, but there's also, you know, fulfillment speed, how fast your shipping time is and everything like that. But usually with no buy box listings, the only way you can sell stuff is someone clicks on here and buys it here. and that's the lowest price. But so typically I don't like listings that have 1 or 2 sellers just because it has a good chance of being private label or more wholesale type. But I mean, there's still sometimes opportunity. You just have to be a little bit more careful, because I typically like when their listings have, you know, like 5 to 7 sellers and everything. Let's see. So I mean, the lowest price here is $30, and then it bounces to $46. Right now the price is at $47. So let's take a look. $207.48 for a package of 12. So we just do the math real quick. So $207.48 divided by 12 here. So our cost is going to be $17.29 for a 32 ounce. Let's just make sure it's the same thing. Packaging is slightly different. As you can see, calcium booster. It is the same thing. It's just the package is slightly different. Some people can still sell this. Sometimes you want to be a little bit more wary, but I think you always got to put yourself in the customer's mindset. And if that does the same thing, would they really care about the packaging? Sometimes, you know, sellers are like, yeah, they would. Sometimes they won't. So it's kind of up to your own risk. But I think this is totally fine to sell. It has some pretty decent demand here. Guys selling in the swim pool supplies are selling it, so I think he's just an arbitrage seller as well. Let's look at his reviews. Yeah, he only has like 400 reviews here. So I think this product is pretty good. You always keep in account the lower price. This product is still gets buy box at $30. So if you listed it at $30, it wouldn't be profitable, but you wouldn't lose money. So that kind of gives you, you know, a little bit more confidence to buy a product like this. But you know, you do definitely want to sell it for like 35 or 40. Yeah, 35. You listed for 35. As you can see, the old history does get buy box at $40. So if you list it at 40, this would be good, and you have a good chance of getting buy box. It looks like anything above like $42, $41 looks like it's not getting buy box, as this guy listed at 47, 46, and he doesn't get buy box. But I think he's just priced really high because he is the only seller on this, and he's just willing to wait it out and catch more profit down the line. So I would say this is another winning product here. It isn't the best selling, 50 sales a month, but I mean, there's only one competition, right? So you can still sell like 15, 20 of these and actually make some money here. Plug in the 15. See, yeah, $160. You know, you can sell 20 of these, I think, pretty reasonably. $217. Okay, so we've already combined total around almost $300 with the conservative estimate. So that's pretty good. So let's move on. We have this toy, Tony's Miss Rachel audio toy figure, $35. Crazy amount of sales, 4K sales, something that you can sell even 500 of if there's low competition. But we're looking at this chart and I'm not loving it, but right, when you're analyzing this, it's very simple supply and demand. So this, for some reason, the demand is going up. Just I think Q4 right now is a lot of things are just moving up in sales. So it goes from like a 500 sales a month to, you know, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, or the 4,000 is the max right here. But the offer count is completely skyrocketing, and result of that, the price is going down, right? So it started at like 46, and right now the lowest price looks like it's at 34. So it's price taking pretty hard because there's too much supply, and when there's too much supply, sellers drop their price because they want to sell and they don't want to get stuck with units as the price goes down. But let's just see what we can do for it. Typically, I don't like to sell products like this just because it's going to get close to, you know, break even and everything like that. So what can we get this for? We can get this for, oh no, it's not available now. Okay, unfortunately it's not available, but if you can check back later down the line, it might be profitable. But typically I avoid products like this because usually it's going to go to a break even point. But if you were to sell it, I would recommend FBM, just because if you're FBA, it's going to delay the process. And just a side note, this is probably a great place since there's so many sellers on it, and everyone that's selling it is probably buying from Target. These guys are all pretty smaller sellers, 12, 68 reviews, 18 reviews. This is a great place for you to just open it up and see who's selling this and see what other brands and products that they're carrying here. This is like super secret sauce, right? This guy's making 40 Lego listings and everything like that, and I'm sure these guys are selling other stuff too. So this product is potentially not that good because of the price taking. I don't know what the price was on Target, but this would be a great place to find arbitrage sellers. There's literally 69 sellers, almost 70 sellers that are definitely buying from Target, and if they're buying from Target, they're probably buying from other online retailers that you can, you know, do research and find other products that through their stores right here like this. I already showed you an example, but here would be another example. So we have this Tito's handmade vodka cup. It's selling 100 times a month. That's pretty great. Buy box line is a little bit crazy. It bounces pretty from 37 to 34. Typically it's actually reversed. Usually the FBM offers are usually below the FBA, but for some reason this one's reversed, and you rarely ever see that. But I'll have more time to check in, and yeah, that your price, they're probably the price when it finally gets checked in is going to be pretty much break even for the most part, and just how supply and demand works. But $34 for FBA is typically the price here that you usually want to go off, like the average lower price. So you want to estimate it for $34. This chart right here is a bit climbing, but it is stabilizing right here. So you know it's selling pretty decently, nothing crazy, but let's see what we can get it for. So $250 for 12 mugs. Let's do some math here. So we're actually at $20.83. We're close, but not that close. We definitely want to get closer to 25 to 30%. So let's see if there's any like discounts we can try to get here. Up to 15% off. Let's see if we can actually just apply that right now. But yeah, sometimes you have to use coupons like Tito 15 right here. Let's see if this actually works. You can use Cooper, but I think we just pulled one right there, 250. Oh, okay, let's just apply this. And hopefully not. If not, then 250 is going to be a little bit, or $20.83 is going to be a little bit too low in terms of ROI, in my opinion, to sell this kind of product. But let's just take a look. Yeah, that's not good. But maybe add one mug. So this is what you gotta do. You gotta play around with some stuff, and then hopefully this will work. Let's just add 10 of these. Okay, so no, this product is selling pretty decently, but the profit we're getting isn't great, so I would just pass on this one. But this is probably a good place for you to look at some other sellers here and everything like that and find some products for sale. But let's move on to, we have a lot of products to go through and not enough time in the day. But yeah, so this product I don't really like too much, just because the sales are a bit slow and the price is actually dropping. So it looks like it's just not selling well enough for people to drop the price here. But I mean, 50 sales a month isn't terrible, so let's see what we can get it for. We probably do want a little bit higher ROI if we're gonna take a slower seller like this, but 1825 is gonna be way too high, and even with a fire discount, it's still just not gonna be good. So right off the bat, I'm just gonna disclude this product and everything like that. So let's just move on here. Lululemon backpack, 29 sales a month. That's not too great, but there's only 2 sellers on it, so you can still probably sell like 5 or 10 of these. No buy box here, but let's see. We can buy this for $98, so let's plug in 98 here. And selling for $179. So it is a little bit of slower seller, but it is crazy profitable. And if you only even sold like 5 of these a month with 3 sellers, two sellers on it, you can sell 5 to 10. And I think it's still probably worth adding to your catalog. And let's add like a $5 right there. Wait, $200 right there, $220, and that's off 30 sales. So I mean, I think 5 is a really good estimate that you could probably sell. So we have, you know, I don't know the math so far, but I think we have close to $500 profit off, you know, three products here already. Let's move on. This chart isn't great, but like I said, you know, you only have to sell 3 to 5 a month to actually make some good money here and everything. Okay, so we have this Cricut accessory adapter replacement right here, 100 sales a month, so not bad. The buy box is pretty stable. It kind of jumps up from like 13 to 19, so that's a little bit crazy, but if you can sell it for a little bit lower price and still be profitable, we can make this definitely work here because it is lower competition. 99 cents for this right here, guys. Boom, 99 cents. Plug that in. Probably one of the crazier products I've seen in a while, but because even if you sell this for the low price of like $12.95, you know, you're still way over the profit margin. 600-700% ROI. Like, you're not going to see this very often if you're spending $1 and making it $6-7. Even at the price right now at $14.95, there is potential to make 100% ROI, and there's a bunch of people selling this too. So this is probably a banger product right here, and I probably shouldn't even be showing you this. So even if you sell like 20 of these, I would say is pretty good for 100 sales a month. You're gonna make $167. So we're already at close to $700 profit off 4 products here, and we still have pretty much halfway to go, I think, or even a little bit more. But this cat treat here, Fancy Feast Gourmet Grain Meals. So this was 100 sales a month. Still very good. Buy box, I really like this buy box. Very stable over time. It actually hit 200 sales, 300 sales, but usually it's around 200-300 sales. This month is 100, but very stable buy box here. $24 FBM, $28 FBA. That's what usually it looks like. The FBM prices are a little bit lower than FBA just because of the fees, but Amazon customers will pay a little bit more just for the premium. But yes, okay, so we're gonna look at this. I like the buy box here. Let's see what we can actually buy it for. This item is not available, so I guess Target stuff is a little bit sold out for me, but that's unfortunate. So if you have the time, take a look right now. If you're watching this video, see if it's in stock. But yeah, if you can buy this for $10-11, it'll be good. I don't know what the price is, so I can't say what the profit would be, but this would be another good product if the price actually makes sense. We're gonna move on to this coffee one here. So this 120 sales a month. The buy box looks really dry. I think it's selling a little bit slow, in my opinion. It's a little bit blocky, as you can see. Long periods of time where the offer count doesn't move, long periods of time where the buy box doesn't really change that much. So in my opinion, this product isn't selling too great, but let's see what we can buy it for. So $7.49 for a 10 count. What count was this? 10 count pack of 2. So it would be 2 of these. So let's do the math right there. $7.49 times 2. $7.49 times 2. Yeah, $14.98. Maybe with a discount, this might be good. Let's take a look here. Brew Love 15%. Maybe those will work. But I don't really love this product anyways, just because it's selling. I think it's selling a little bit slow. But we are close in terms of the profit, because if you can get to 20-ish%, that's probably okay. Just because, like I said, these type of grocery products are non-returnable. So even a 20% ROI is still relatively fine. But just for the sake of this call, I don't want you to get bored and keep following along. So we're gonna move on. And but I would definitely go on this website, see if there's a little bit more of a deeper discount here. But yeah, so this one, 22 sales a month, that's a little bit slow, but there is only 2 sellers on this. So but this buy box looks crazy, very, very wonky. Very slow selling. Keep us, like I said, long blocks of time where it doesn't really move. So let's see what people are actually buying this for. $15.98 here. Plug that in. That is going to be actually profitable. Let's just make sure it's the same thing. Donkey Kong condition, Donkey Kong. Okay, so it is the same thing. You can actually buy this for $15.98, sell it for $15, and make almost 100% ROI. So this is one of those products where it sells a little bit slower, but you're going to make more money. But as a new seller, if you're watching this, I would recommend you just find faster selling stuff. You're going to make less money, but at the end of the day, ROI and profit is over, potential ROI, because it's going to take maybe a while to sell. But I think if you want to sell like 3 to 5 of these, let's just put 5 here a month, which I think is reasonable with only 2 sellers on this. You can make $74. So I think we're around $800 profit now. Let's try to get to 1,000 by the end of this video, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. Let's go. Okay, so $300 sales a month at this random, I don't know what this is, like a toilet flapper thingy, but I mean, it's selling 400 times a month, and this buy box looks very great. Like, you see how much oscillation there is when it's rotating a lot. That means it's actually being sold pretty consistently based off this seller count. Like compared to this right here, where it's super blocky, right? Super blocky lines. Here, a lot of oscillation in the offer count, a lot of oscillations in the buy box. Kind of gives you the inference that it is selling pretty fast. So let's see what we can actually buy this for. $10.60 each right here. So $10.60 each, pack of 2. Let's do the math right here. So we're at 22% ROI. We need a slight discount. Let's see if we can get there. Maybe not, but this is what I would do. If I'm really close to a product to make work, I do definitely want to check out like if there's a slight, even a 10% discount, 5% discount, and that could really make a bigger product. But so usually you can do the discounts before. Yeah, like this. Let's apply this. Hopefully we can get like a little off, even like 10%. If not, this might be okay to test. There is returns, so you do want to like get closer to 25, but something that's selling a little bit faster like this is probably still okay to sell, because you're gonna sell them fast and everything like that. So there's no discount. So this is more of like up to your own risk tolerance. You might get some returns, you might not, and still get back $5 profit here. But I think you could sell, I want to say 30 of these a month and pretty consistently, another $144. So I think we're close to $950 profit right here. So I think we definitely can get to $1,000 profit well for these next 4 to 5 products here. I think there's only 4. So let's try to see if we can get 50 bucks and close this video at $1,000 profit in the sourcing session here. Nature's Bounty, Cranberry, 50 sales a month, not great. Like I said, super blocky. 50 sales a month is not the best, but let's just see. Raw greens is not working for me, so I think this product is selling a little bit too slow anyways, but if you can get this for pretty cheap, it's still worth selling 5-10 units of this. But let's just move on for the sake of this video. And we have Cafe Mom, Organic Therapy, Anemia Coffee. That's I don't know what anemia coffee means, but 50 sales a month here. The buy box actually looks pretty decent because it used to sell for 100. It has some pretty good oscillation, not the best, but it does bounce off from like 33, sometimes 31 to even as high as 39. So there is potential for profit here. 17. We gotta make sure what this is. 1 pound of coffee, ma'am. What kind of beans is this? Therapy roast. Yeah, therapy grind. Okay, 1710. Does that make sense? 1710. Yeah, that's gonna be great. 1710 right there. 35% ROI, $6 profit, and we're gonna be golden on this one because there's even no returns on stuff like this, right? On grocery products, let's see right there, no returns. So you'll definitely, every time you sell this, you more than likely make $6 profit. And let's see, I think 10 of these a month would be good, and boom, $60 profit if you sell 10 of these. And yeah, we just hit over $1,000 profit in just like 10 products here, and that's just off 24-30 minutes of work. But it's not gonna be this easy. I had this a little bit set up, but this is what it looks like when I'm sourcing product and analyzing, right? This product is selling a little bit slow. When the offer count climbs up like this means that, this product the demand isn't being met, and the sellers aren't really selling out too crazy. But let's see what we can buy this for. $20, Harry Potter Tamagotchi. This is like a throwback. But if you throw this for $20, okay, it's still profitable. I don't like it though, because it's selling a little bit slow. There's no buy box, and as you see with the offer count, it's climbing up. So even if it's profitable, it's not selling too crazy. So this is probably something I wouldn't want to invest my own money in, personally. All right, so this costume, Halloween is right around the corner, so there probably is an increased demand, as you can see. Usually it doesn't sell under 50. Right now it does have over 50 sales a month, and the offer counter here is actually going down, which is a good sign. So this is like a seasonal product, so you wouldn't buy this most of the year, but right now Halloween's right around the corner. As you can see, it's October 17th, so this is something you can maybe try to catch a seasonal demand and make some money here. At Walmart, it's selling for $24.97, so that's just not going to be profitable at all. That's selling for the lowest prices. Oh, the lowest price is actually $45. So sometimes seller kind of bugs out because it doesn't. Sometimes sellers have included shipping here, so the price is actually not $39. It's actually $39.79 plus $7. So you can just base off the lower price right here, $45 or $46. But it is still low ROI, especially for costumes. They do have higher return rates after Halloween, so I would just definitely, I would definitely not invest in this because the ROI is way too low, and it's not selling too crazy, right? Even though the demand looks like it's picking up pretty crazy, but I just still wouldn't want to buy something like this. Okay, so I think the last product here. So we've already made $1,000 profit off these buys because the money is made in the buys and not when you sell, technically, because you're sourcing product. But just for the sake of this, and hopefully we can make some money on this one. So this buy box is very, very weird. This guy's repricer or whatever, it's just not looking great. Super blocky line, so I think this product isn't selling too crazy, but it does say 100 sales a month. So let's just see what we can buy it for. $12, maybe 10% off. Plug that in. Okay, so this is actually profitable, 72% ROI. So this is probably something I would want to test out, actually. I think like 20 of these a month. Let's just put in 10 because it is very profitable, 72% ROI. Is there a pack of 2, or do you get this? Is it just a blade? So you gotta make sure sometimes. I guess it's probably more than just a blade. Replacement 14 cup, no blade. All right, I think it's just a replacement blade. Okay, but yeah, you definitely gotta make sure it is the same exact product, but it looks like it is for $12, 10% off potentially. But even if at $12, that's still very profitable. 7%. I probably would sell like 10 of these. I think it's still totally fine. And we're at another $86. So yeah, I think it's well over $1,000 profit with all of these products here, and that's what it looks like when you're sourcing product and analyzing it. You really want to get good at looking at this keeper and just looking at the other aspects of seller ramp and even the Amazon listing itself. And yeah, I think that's a pretty good sourcing marathon. I think we're right around 30 minutes here of sourcing with $1,000 profit. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope you got some insight of what it actually looks like to source product on Amazon and make money selling products. This is the same methods I've sold $4 million using, and I hope you guys enjoyed that sourcing marathon. But if you were looking for someone to help you start and scale your very own Amazon business to sell product during the busiest time of the year, Q4, then apply to my coaching program down below. I only take on 2 to 3 students per month. I've helped people like Peter cross over 6 figures in sales while he was still in high school. So if you're serious about starting, apply down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.